Hello everyone, I'm Will Jordan from Rapid Reviews UK and welcome to another episode of Rapid Retro Rewind. Today we're covering the Hideo Kojima produced Zone of the Enders, a third-person action game developed and published by Konami in 2001 for the PlayStation 2. Remember, if you like what you see here, to like, share and subscribe, and to hit that little bell icon so you can stay up to date on all of our uploads. The Zone of the Enders HD Collection official website describes the first game in the series as being a mecha anime simulator that features never before seen aerial gameplay, including the ability to, as the website lays it out, dart through the air in any direction. Additionally, Zone of the Enders reportedly allows players to perform devastating combos by performing multiple successive strikes with their high energy sword. However, the website also states that no weapon is greater than your own fists, as players can grab hold of enemies and send them careening into any part of the environment, or other enemies if you're feeling cheeky. Although each individual element appears to be well constructed on the surface, a shocking lack of depth is revealed upon pulling back the game's limited layers. That being said, Zone of the Enders does feature many elements worthy of being highlighted on the back of the box, including the combat and the head-bob-inducing soundtrack. Although admittedly these elements do have little to offer outside of their initial appeal, with limited combat options and the less affecting musical moments. However, does the game's shallow nature prevent it from being an entertaining experience? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's take control and explore Zone of the Enders. Zone of the Enders' fast-paced techno beats maintain player motivation on the cyber battlefield. Needless to say, this simple use of musical leitmotif creates a wonderfully holistic audio-visual experience. Conversely, there are glaring musical flaws. Most of the retro-futuristic tunes fuse too well, while the more somber piano pieces attempt to contrive emotion with a heavy hand. Consequently, these tracks either become irritating or fade away into the subconscious. Thankfully, the 3D renderings here are of a much higher graphical fidelity to the prior generation. Consequently, Zone of the Enders' visual offerings feel ahead of the game, more easily reeling players into the game's world. Although, the level of detail present in the game's visuals is an issue. In fact, the lack of detail in some of the game's environments lead to them giving the impression that they are unfinished, even though we clearly know this isn't the case. Zipping around a 360-degree battlefield whilst introducing your enemies to the business end of your blade offers a fresh perspective compared to the game's ground-based contemporaries. Even so, the offensive abilities on offer are disappointingly shallow. There are no conventional upgrades in the game, which certainly doesn't help. In fact, it rather robs players of any real progression, as Zone of the Enders instead leaves you feeling at your peak right off the bat. Thankfully, the diverse range of ballistic weaponry does not disappoint. Weapons such as the halberd differ greatly from the javelin, as the former emits a strong energy beam, while the latter serves as a projectile. This encourages tactical variation in the heat of battle. Alas, it soon becomes apparent that these weapons just aren't necessary. The game's standard difficulty can easily be overcome with the default sword and gun combination, thus all incentive to experiment with divergent forms of weaponry completely dissipates. Sorrowfully, the game's replay value is next to none. With no well-hidden secrets and just a lackluster versus mode to try to bring you back in, the need to dive right back in when all's said and done just isn't there. Zone of the Enders offers an acceptable array of entertainments, but would have most assuredly offered more abundant thrills had each of its core elements been expanded upon and fleshed out just a little bit more. The game's looks and sounds are serviceable, yet fail to soar into the stratosphere because they do just enough to impress and nothing more. Sadly, the satisfaction that should be bountiful in the gameplay is severely limited due to the lack of progression in the combat. And the icing atop this perfectly adequate cake is that there are no additional extras to reel players in for an additional playthrough. However, this should not dissuade players from commencing an initial playthrough. Conclusively, Zone of the Enders proves that a gripping idea alone is not enough, as the success of the idea hinges on its execution. So, if you ask me, out of 5, this game gets a 3. It's enjoyable, but it doesn't quite reach its full potential. Thank you all very much for watching this very brief review of Zone of the Enders. If you'd like to see more video game related content from me, then you can follow me on Twitter at WillJJ and check out all the sites that I write for, which of course includes Rapid Reviews UK. Be sure to leave a like on our Facebook page and let us know what you guys want us to cover next time on the show. You can do that on the Facebook page or down in the comments below. I'll make sure to post up all the relevant links in the description. Well, until next time, keep on gaming, and I'll see you on the very next episode of Rapid Retro Rewind.